Good morning, children. Today we are going to learn grade 8 civics lesson number 3. Why do we need a parliament? So, civics lesson number 3. Why do we need a parliament? Before starting this lesson, I like to ask 3 questions. Now, for that, you are not able to know the answer for that, but after we finish the lesson, you can easily find out the answer. First question. Name the two houses of parliament. Name the two houses of parliament. What is EVM? EVM. What is EVM? Third one. What is constituency? What is constituency? So for the 3 questions, try to find the answers while taking the lesson itself. The first one. Why should people decide? Under colonial rule, the people had lived in fear of the British government and did not agree with many of the decisions that they took. So they did not agree with the decisions that the government took, and they faced grave danger if they tried to criticize this decision. The freedom movement changed this situation. The nationalists began to openly criticize the British government. In 1885, the Indian National Congress demanded that there be elected members in legislature with the right to discuss the budget and ask questions. Next, in 1909, allowed some elected representation. Some elected representation. So they were not at all allowed for the adults to vote. They were not allowed, the adults were not allowed to vote during the colonial period. So what happened after independence? As everybody know, we got independent in 15th August 1947. So it was a difficult struggle in which many section of society participated. People from various backgrounds joined the struggle and they were inspired by the ideas of freedom, equality and participation in decision making. Next, next after independence, when the constitution was made, the first one is the universal adult franchise. What do you mean by universal adult franchise? The universal adult franchise means all the people had the right to vote. All the people had a right to vote irrespective of their caste, color, creed and religion, and also the checks. So in before that, till 2004, we have used only the ballot. The EVM means electronic voting machine. It was used first introduced in 2004 in our general election. Before that, we have used 8,000 tons of paper for printing the ballot paper. So after the EVM, that means electronic voting machine, it is very useful and it is also consumer time also and manual. Before that, it has taken a lot time to count the vote and also for the casting the vote. Next one, we have to see all people and their representation. The basic idea of the link, what is Abraham Lincoln say? Democracy is the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. So the basic idea is the consent of the citizen, the desire of the citizen, and the approval of the citizen, and the main participation. The countries of the people's participation is the very important feature of our democracy. Next, we have to see the formation of the government. First, we have to see the role of the parliament. The role of the parliament. The parliament was created in 1900. After independence, the parliament was first created in 1947. The participation of the people is an immense power. The parliament in our system has immense power because it is a representative of the people. The elections of the parliament are held in a similar manner as they are for the state legislature. The country is divided into numerous constituency. What do you mean by constituency? That means Each of the district was divided into so many constituency. In which each of these constituents elects one person to the parliament. One person to the parliament. Next, we have to see to select the national government. To select the national government, the parliament consists of the president, the Rajya Sabha, and the Lok Sabha. The parliament consists of the president, Rajya Sabha, and the Lok Sabha. First, we have to see about Lok Sabha. The Lok Sabha belongs to each political party. It has the members of after the election, the MP forms the government. So the members were 545. First 543 members plus two Anglo-Indian members of the Lok Sabha. The Prime Minister select the ministers to different department such as health, education, finance. The period of the Lok Sabha is 5 years. Next, we have to see Rajya Sabha. The Rajya Sabha is the representatives of the states. The Rajya Sabha is the representatives of the states. So, it has the power. Rajya Sabha can also initiate legislation. It is therefore has an important role of reviving and altering the any laws initiated by the Lok Sabha. Initiated by the Lok Sabha. The members of the Rajya Sabha are elected by the elected members of the legislative assemblies of various states. There are 233 members plus 12 members nominated by the president. These 12 members were elected by the president on the basis of arts, science, sports, and everything. So, the Rajya Sabha, the members were 235. Next, the important functions we have to see about the next we have to see about the opposition government. What do you mean by opposition party? What do you mean by the opposition party? The opposition in the parliament is formed by all the political parties that oppose the majority party. This is the largest among these parties is called. What is their main work? Their main work is to check and question the ruling party. They highlight the drawbacks. They highlight the drawbacks of the ruling party. Next, we have to see coalition government. What do you mean by coalition government? That means the lack of majority to a single party leads to a coalition government. Parties which minority votes join together to, to form a coalition government. So, they join together with the different political parties who are interested in similar concern to form what is known as coalition government. Next, we have to see about to control, guide and inform the government. The parliament, while in session, begins with a question hour. Begins with a question hour. The question hour is an important mechanism. The question hour is an important mechanism and through which MPs can inform about the working of the government. The questions they were asked by asking questions, the government is alerted to its shortcoming and then the opinion of the people. So alert the government of its shortcoming, help the government to know the opinion of the people. The opposition party plays a crucial task in this work. The opposition party play a critical role in this healthy functioning of the government. So, to control, guide and inform the government is the main features of the parliament. Again, the parliament in section begins with a question hours. MPs can elect information about working of the government. The questions asked by the MP should alert the government of its shortcoming, help the government to know the opinion of the people. Next work is law making. What law making means, it is the significant function of the parliament. First stage, the first reading is the introduction stage. First reading is the introduction stage. Second reading is the discussion stage. The third reading is the voting stage. With regard to law making, we can see in the next chapter. But anyhow, what the law making is that the laws will come into action only after getting the sign of the president. So the law making have four stages. The first stage is the reading, second one discussion, third one voting, the fourth one getting the sign of the approval of the president. Then who are the people in the parliament? Who are the people in the parliament? People from different farm, people in different background, such as rural as well as the backward classes. Nowadays, the participation of the people in the parliament is increasing. The parliament is increased. There has been increase in political participation from the seats are reserved for the SCs and STs and also for women. So it has been with this mind the seats are reserved in parliament for SCs and ST. Then similarly, the reservation of seats for women also increase. So, with this, we will finish the lesson. With regard to this question, I have asked the three questions. The first one, what is the two houses of parliament? Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. What is EVM? Electronic voting machine. What is a constituency? It is every state is divided into area called constituency for the purpose of election. Thank you.